Well, good morning, all you fine folks out there. This is a beautiful day. My name is Granny, and I'm with Granny and Grumpy's Homestead. And I thought I would take you along for the day to see what I do in a day's length of time. Today is going to be a little bit on the hard side. We are fixing to have a lot of rain tomorrow and throughout the rest of the week. And so I've got a lot to get done. I've got to get a lot of stuff in the garden picked, and I've got to get the greenhouse emptied of things that are in there. So let's get at it because it's going to take me all day to get this done. So this morning, I'm going to be doing the watering that I usually do every morning. I use a Miracle-Gro sprinkler with Miracle-Gro fertilizer in it. I have not replaced it this morning. I'm just watering with water this morning. But we opted to put some bushes in front of our house because it was very plain. The house was on the outside. And so we've got 4 hydrangea and 4 gardenia. Gardenia is what I did first. And then we have some ground cover that's called vinca. It has little purple flowers and it's very dark green leaves, which is beautiful. So it doesn't take me long. I use my cane to help me along with this because not only does it help keep me up, but it also helps me to be able to spray a little bit better because I can place the sprayer on the handle and push down and I don't have to use my hand muscles the whole time, which get very tired out. Still haven't figured out what to do with these little plants I just watered that are on the steps. I just can't figure it out. So we got through the side yard, and now I'm watering all the plants that are around the covered porch. There are quite a few different plants. I've got a spider plant that's half dead that I'm trying to figure out what to do with. It's so full of new growth, but the old growth died. So I'm really not sure what to do with this plant, but I'm doing all the different plants that are up there. So here I come. I'm watering the plants that are right there at the opening. And we have, you can see back there, there's a great big bush that's in the center. That's a hibiscus plant. The hibiscus plant, this is the second year it's been planted there, and it more than doubled in size from last year. So it's time to feed the big dogs. I mean, not the big dog, but the big dog and the little dogs. And they're out there listening to me. They're watching every move I'm making. They know what's coming. The reason I have to do this is because I can't reach those bowls. You can, Sadie, you can. I'm trying to get you some water. No. Get back. No, no. Okay, come here. Yes, you good girl. Good girl, yes. Good girl. Uh-huh. Yeah, you good girl. All right. Sit. No, stay. Get off of her. Get her. Get her, Nellie. Get her. Listen. Say it. Go eat your toothbrush. Nellie, you ready? Stop. Get over here. Sadie, no. Leave her alone. Sadie, leave her alone. No, no. Sadie. Oh. Sadie. Stop. Here, Sadie. Sadie. Nuh-uh. Mr. Needham, you want a toothbrush? Here, come get your toothbrush. Boy. Here, Mr. Needham. Come here, Sadie. Sadie, come here. Sadie. Come on, y'all haven't even eaten your food from yesterday yet. What's going on? How come you haven't eaten your food? You ate some of it, but you didn't eat all of it, that's for sure. Alright, well, let's fill them back up. Come here, Mr. Needham. No. You've already got some love and you let him get some now. Don't be such a pig. Come here, Mr. Needham. Come here, bath. No. Mr. Needham, come here. Come, Lee. No, go away. Here. You've already got a bunch of loving once today. Now you get it twice. Yes, now you get it twice. But you gotta share. You gotta share with your brothers and your sisters. Yes, you do. Now, come here. Oh. Well, that's all of that one. Y'all will have to eat it on the ground because I'm not picking it up. Not too much to do for that. Sadie has a coat that's very, very similar to the golden retriever father she had. His coat was extremely wavy and, you know, on the curly side. Not curly or kinky or anything like that, because he wasn't a poodle. He was, he is a golden retriever. Well, let's head to the garden. See what he's up to. I can hear the saws running, so he's going to be kind of busy. We won't take up too much of his time because, no, he's got to get his work done, and he worked extra hard yesterday because he's trying to get this job finished because he's got some other jobs that people have called him about that he's got to get to, so let's go. How in the world do you breathe in here?
This ain't nothing. Wait till I get sanded.
Wow, I thought I would take them down here and let them see what you're doing.
Well, I'm building this very unusual cabinet.
Okay, so
basically, it's hard to
explain.
Conceptualize, yeah. But these wings right here, just little drawer boxes, and they'll mount on the side of each of this cabinet. And
so what are you doing here with what you were doing when I came in? I know you're routing.
Well, I'm making a little piece that
see the rounded edges here.
Yeah. I'm making a piece that will mount underneath like this. And then I'm going to have a piece of 3/4 cove molding here. And a piece of this kind of decorative crown molding will be underneath. Kind of like that.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be, you know, something that most, you know, Eastern people would probably like. You know, I just got basic dimensions for how to build this. They left it to my discretion to add things like this piece of molding here. And what's going to happen, we're going to have a piece of granite that will sit on top. This whole top will be granite on top of that. And then these wings will sit there and there'll be granite on top of them and molding underneath everything. It's going to be an interesting project. You know, I think the people will.
And it weighs a ton.
It's heavy.
It's very, very heavy.
I don't know how I'm going to get this box into the van, but or maybe the trailer. I don't know.
Well, we just wanted to see what you were doing this morning.
Well, just working.
And did you water the?
I did.
Okay, because that's what I was going to go do next.
If you can do that. That would
I'm
be
taking them on a day in the life with Granny.
Okay.
So we'll see you at lunchtime.
All right, babe.
Okay. I've got a lot to do, Well, while I'm here at the greenhouse, let's go up here and I don't know if I brought my cane in there or if I left it in the car, but it's not a good idea to, it's in the car. Not a good idea, don't look at my junk hole of a car. Everything on a farm is always cluttered. Especially if you're old. Let's go water Mia's plants. See, they've got tons of new flowers since I took the suckers off. And a sucker, let me explain what that is. Some of you will know and some of you will not. Sucker is none other than, you see this little tiny branch that's coming off between two real branches? Well, that's called a sucker, and you want to destroy it because it's not good for the plant. Here's another small one down here. Oh, no, that one's already been taken off. Let's see if we got any new ones. Because they grow the whole time the plant is growing, and it's an ongoing adventure. So let's put it that way. So you got to constantly be looking to make sure that you get the suckers out. But ever since I took the suckers out, what I was saying is, you see the yellow flowers? Well, every one of those flowers will be a little cherry tomato. And then if I can get in here, you see that little flower there? Well, that's going to be a pepper. And we have some more over here. You see those little flowers, and there's a little flower down there? Those are all going to be peppers. Now the beans, they're becoming like Jack and the Beanstalk. They're growing taller and taller, so we've got to, hopefully by Sunday they won't be too crowded in there, and we'll be able to, trellis them up to Mia's porch. But we'll just have to see. Here's another sucker on the tomatoes. You really have to look a lot to make sure you get these things, because they'll grow and you won't even know it, and bam, you got another branch. And what it does is it slows down the production of everything. So you don't want the suckers to continue to grow. You want to destroy them, annihilate them. Let's see. I think we got one right there. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I didn't bring the stand in here because I didn't think I would be in here very long. Okay. Oh, wow. Look at our flowers. Man. Okay, we got plenty of water in the one, but this one we don't. Let's make sure that we have water from underneath so that the plant can get plenty of water throughout the day as it's dissipating. Okay, let's get these. And it's a lot of work when you're doing gardening and farming stuff. I mean, you don't have to have animals in order to have a lot of work. I can't see anything because it's so bright in here, so I'm not sure you're seeing what I'm doing or not, because I can't see on the screen. It's so bright, it just looks dark. Okay, got that done. Hallelujah. One less thing to do now. All right. Whew. Hot in there. Well, let me tell you, it's really hot in there. Okay, so next thing up, I should have brought them up when I came up, but I didn't. Next thing is we've got to fill watering cans. So I'm going to drive the car up so I can load the watering cans into the car. We've got watering cans that we need to fill up because we've got to water the weed-free garden. So our cotyledons, they are growing and growing. So what I did was I parked beside of the greenhouse. I got the watering cans that were in the back seat, which I had 3, and putting them in the floorboard and on the seat, and then I'll go in the greenhouse and get 2 more. Then we'll fill them up with water, and then I'll drive the car over so I don't have to carry these forever. I'll drive over to the where the weed-free garden is, and we'll water. I'll put all the water cans out and we'll water those, because those seeds, I don't have well, let's put it this way. I'm using the hose in the greenhouse now, and I don't have but one spot left to do water hose. So I have to get that emptied of things that are growing in it before I can move the water hose. So we're going to go over and put these all along and water. And everything did grow. We were wrong about that. Everything grew. The sweet dumpling grew, and even some of the Congo grew. He did fill in with some seeds with the watermelon. So we could have a lot of Congo and Alibaba and some other kind. I don't remember what he said. But so anyway, I surely do wish I could have gone as fast as I'm going here. It would have made life so much simpler. But anyhow. Granny's whooped. I'm going to tell you, it's hot out here. Of course, I have hormonal trouble, so I'm exceptionally hotter than the normal person would be. Grumpy don't sweat, and or he sweats very little, and Granny's a river. So, well, I reckon I'm going to take a little break, and then I'm going to sit down for a little bit. And then I'll think about getting back up, and I could talk to you as well. I'm having my break. Putting Yep. Granny's never, very rarely am I lost for words. But I do need to sit down for a little bit. Yeah. So I hope you all have enjoyed, or did enjoy, watching the natural remedy on charcoal. We're going to do a lot of different natural remedies, and some of them a lot of y'all will like and you'll really enjoy, and others you may not. So I can talk about one right now while I'm waiting to do more work. When you feel like you are starting to get sick with something, and you know, everybody's feelings are different, but most everybody can tell when they're starting to come down with something. So we can't just say this is a person coming down with something sick. You know, however you feel. As you are starting to get sick, the best thing you can do for your body, for your immune system, at that very moment, if you're able to get to the bathroom, to the shower, is to go into your shower. And this would be a good thing for you to do every single day of your life, okay? But especially if you're starting to come down with something, you should go into your shower and take a timer with you, something that you can put a timer on. If you have a watch that you can take in the shower with you and it won't hurt it, then that'll work perfect. You need to stand after you get your shower water running. Get it as hot as you can bear to have it on your skin. You know, don't make it so hot that you burn yourself. Just make it as absolutely as warm as you can tolerate. And This is in one of Dr. Agatha Thrash's books, and she talked about this at different camp meetings that I went to hear her at, and also other wellness centers that our church runs in different areas. They all have the very same program things, and even though they're run by different individuals. Getting your shower, turn it on as warm as you can tolerate, and stand in that with the back of your neck, the right at the base of your neck, with the shower beaten down on that part. Now, I don't understand all the anatomical reasons or the physiological reasons. And then at the same time, be doing this on your breastbone, right here. Just pound it with your fingertips. You know, not hard enough to knock you out, but, you know, enough to know that you've done it. And you do this the whole 3 minutes. You got to go 3 whole minutes standing in this water like this. And then as soon as 3 minutes is over, for 30 seconds, you will turn the water on the spigot of the shower to complete cold. And for 30 seconds, you will turn circles around underneath the water. You'll also let it pound down at the bottom of your neck as well, and do this as well for 30 seconds. As soon as that 30 seconds is over, then you add the hot water back to the cold water and get it as warm as you can tolerate it for 3 more minutes again. And do the same thing. Have it pounding down on the base of your neck and doing this on your breastbone. Sorry. I'm just glad they're out working. You know, they make a lot of noise and stuff, but I'm really glad they're out working, because this is farm country, and you know they have to keep us fed one way or another. But anyway, so what you'll do is 3 minutes on with the warmest water you can stand, 30 seconds, exactly following that, 30 seconds, complete utter cold. And you'll do that a repetition of 3 times. 3 times, now remember, 3 times. When I repeat myself, it's not because I'm getting Alzheimer's. It's because I want you to hear what I'm saying. And I do that frequently because I want people to... Repetition is something that you learn from. So, once you have done that 3 times in succession, on the 3rd time, now what you want to do first is, if you're doing this just for this, then do what I'm saying, how you do this, and you end on cold. And when the 30 seconds is off of cold, then you turn it off, the water off, and you will have a very pleasant surprise at what will happen to your body. All of a sudden, you will feel this big warmth come over your entire body. And this boosts your immune system so that your immune system can actually get rid of whatever is trying to make you sick. So always and forever use it for everything when you start to feel sick, whether it's earache, sore throat, bronchial tubes, sinusitis, you know, use it. I'll also show you some natural remedies on how to help a migraine headache to stop hurting, you know, within an hour or so, or less sometimes in some people's cases. I have a friend who has, that breeze is wonderful. Keep it coming, Lord, please. And I have a friend who he has had during his lifetime such severe migraines. And it wasn't until, I reckon it's going on 2 years now, and it may be going on 3, but I think it's been going on 2 years. He caught COVID really, really bad and almost died. And when he came out of the hospital, he was having a lot of migraines. And so he went on a journey of trying to find out why he has them and what the problem was so that he could delete it, because he had had these things for many years of his life, and he was tired of the pain. And what he found was, and there's more to the story than this, but what he found was that glyphosate is in almost every food that you buy. And because of the glyphosate, it can cause you to have severe migraine headaches. Now, it's not just that that's causing it, but we'll talk about it more at length. I would like to talk to him in front of y'all, let him give y'all an expose on what he did, so that those of you who suffer from migraines can actually get some relief and start on your way to healing. He has asked me several times to do the thing he did, so that I could get rid of my, the best I know how to explain what I've got with the rheumatoid arthritis is it is a Lyme's disease rheumatoid arthritis. I got bit by a tick, and within, I don't know, it was probably 6 months, a year, something like that. It wasn't real long. I started getting sick, and I got really sick, and we'll go into that later, of what it actually did end up costing me, not money-wise, costing me physically. But so he wanted me to try some of the things that he tried to get rid of the migraine, and I tried some of them, and some of them I just couldn't do. I wasn't strong enough at the time spiritually to do that, and then finally we did put on trying to do the 7 days of a water fast, and that did help. It helped a lot, and I am going to repeat that probably 6 months or less from now. Excuse me. And but I will tell you that I knew that there was healing properties in greens and cruciferous, and that if I could just get to the point where I could just free myself to not eat all the other foods and just have smoothies and salads and get rid of all the dairy in my life, because I'm actually allergic to dairy. If I could get rid of all the dairy in my life and all the bread in my life, other than breads that are not wheat, then I could get well. And I believed this with my whole heart, and I still believe it. And so I have set out to prove it. And I will have to tell you this, in the last 6 days, I reckon, by eating like that for 4 solid days, I didn't have to take anything, and I had a little bit of pain here and there. It was just like, nothing that you would even recognize a lot, because I'm so used to having such monumental pain that anything that's very small, I don't really even think about it. It's got to really, really be intense and hurt really bad for me to start complaining, and that's what I do. It's easy to get through it when you can say something, And then I ate something I shouldn't have eaten, and the pain started coming back. So I went ahead and took it's a quarter of a steroid tablet, and got rid of the severeness of the pain. And today I've had no steroid, and I'm feeling good. I'm not hurting. Now, it bothers me when I'm holding these cans, for so long, and I'm watering for so long. The weight of the water hurts my shoulder joints. But other than that, I'm not really, no pain. So I know what I should eat in order to get rid of it and to stay well with it. I don't know if it'll completely reset it so that I can go back to eating some other food, that I enjoy. I don't mean like wheat. The wheat that's grown in this land is pitiful, and nobody should eat it. Unfortunately, we are creatures of habit, and we are creatures of what we want, we won't. And I just know that I am very grateful to God for this garden. And if I were you, each and every one of you that's watching, I would be planting one for many reasons, but especially for health reasons. One day I will have Bob to sit down and talk to you about all the different amendments that we put on our gardens. We have our soil tested. We did not have it tested this year because we had it tested last year and we knew what we were lacking. And so we went ahead and we've added all of that at the end of the season last year. We made sure we had all of that on the garden. And of course you see what has happened, an explosion. You know, everything in here is just truly amazing. Truly amazing. And I have a lot to pick today because we've got rain coming and all this stuff is going to continue to keep growing, you know, when the rain comes. So I've got to get it picked. So let's get on with the show, folks.